Hey everybody, welcome back to Excel 10 Minute Leaders Live. My name is Graham Brown. The fun starts when we take it live, which means anything can happen in the next 10 minutes, including technical challenges. Now, bear with us, because in the next 10 minutes we are challenged by the internet. As much as it is 2021, there are still challenges in connecting across the world. I'm in Singapore, he's in Spain, on the south coast, enjoying himself down in Nerja. Welcome to the show, Phil.
Thanks, Graham. Thanks for having me on.
It's excellent to have you here. There's a little bit of a delay. It takes us back to 80s television when they used to do those kind of special broadcasts to people in different countries. So it reminds me of that time. So there is a little bit of delay. We will get through this. All right then, Phil, we've got 10 minutes together. Are you ready? Let's get going. The first question is, what does it say on your business card?
Well, on my business card, it says business mentor and angel investor. I actually position myself as a business sounding board. So that's sort of halfway between a business coach and a business mentor, but that's what it says on my business card. I had to think about that because I haven't used one for 18 months.
There comes a time when you don't need a business card. You've achieved a rival in your career when you don't need one. Let your experience speak for itself as well. So let's talk about your journey, Phil. I'm fascinated by this. You took a business from kitchen table to IPO effectively as a PLC. What was the business? How long did that journey take? And what were you selling effectively?
Okay, so the business started totally by accident. It came out of the back of a failed investment pitch that nobody wanted to back. And we ended up with a business that, in essence, was the TripAdvisor. So it's a comparison website for online bingo, which sort of took off around, well, our business started about 2001. 18 years later, we sold it to a PLC. The first 5 years was just myself and my wife working from home with a few freelancers. Then the big scary step to taking an office and staff, when you become a grown-up business. And as I say, 18 years later, that's the shortcut, but 18 years later, we sold it to a PLC.
Wow. And now you're enjoying life on the south coast of Spain. So there is a happy ending. I want to know, and this, I'll put the question up next because there's a little bit of a delay. I want to know the feeling when you knew the deal was done and dusted, because exits are not clean breaks. All the entrepreneurs I know sell the business and there's a long period where you're still selling the business, due diligence, paperwork, lawyers. But the day you knew it was finished and it was signed, tell me your feeling.
Well, the exit itself is, and roller coaster of emotions just doesn't cut it at all. So you've got the point where the purchaser says, yeah, I'll buy your business and I'll give you, X million pounds. And then there's the day that you sort of hand the keys over and you say goodbye to all your team. And the emotions in between there are just ridiculous. So the day I agreed the deal on the phone, the CEO, after a really short period of time with a few emails, and I couldn't walk out of my office for about 10 minutes because the smile on my face was too big, because the team would have thought, hang on, what's going on here? You then go into what can only be described as running through a quagmire, which is all the legals and the backwards and forwards and the nitpicking and the bits. And I mean, I'm not a detailed person. I'm just like, we've agreed the price. Here's the keys. Off. Let's go. So we had 5 months of legals until the day we signed a paper, which was, and the emotion then was relief more than anything else. We then had we only had a 3-month handover period. I had the impossible task of standing up in front of my team saying, hey, we've sold the business. Oh, and by the way, the new owners don't want any of you. You've all got 3 months notice.
Wow.
And then the final day that we finished, which actually is 3 years to the day next week. So it's 3 years ago. You know, when you finish the day's work on a Friday, you say, bye, have a nice weekend, see you Monday. We finished on the Friday and it was like, goodbye. And the emotion that day, you know, I hold my hand up, I cried because this was my team. And it was right, bye. It wasn't bye, see you Monday. It was bye, I might never see you ever again. And thanks for all the hard work and the effort and all that sort of thing. Fortunately, I've kept in touch with a lot of the team, which I think is great. But yeah, you talk about emotional roller coasters on a business journey, the emotional roller coaster from agreeing to sell it to actually selling it and walking out the door, just every emotion.
Wow. That's tough. These are the kind of stories I hear from business owners. Was there ever a time where you had that, whether you did it literally or in another form, popping the champagne cork type scenario, you know, with your wife or with your friends? Or was it so gradual that you never actually had that point? Was there ever a point where you said, yes, let's celebrate? Or was it such like small steps that you didn't actually feel there was a big time when you can actually, yeah, let's really celebrate this thing?
Sorry, you broke up a bit there, Graham. Say that again. Sorry.
Was there ever a time when you actually had that popping the champagne cork type moment after the sale? Or was it so gradual that you didn't feel there was a need to do that? Because I think people think there's this sort of fantasy period where yeah, let's celebrate, we've sold. But in reality, not many entrepreneurs actually do it like that.
Yeah, I think sort of listening to other people's stories of exits, ours was, you know, yes, there was a huge sort of up and down and emotional roller coaster, but actually it was quite clean. There was no earn-out period. Sort of, we got all our money pretty much in the first. Well, we got all our money in 3 months. So all of that was great. Then there's the bit afterwards where you sort of, you know, talks in meeting rooms and things like that. It's not like that at all. And then afterwards, it really does take a while for you to sort of go, right, oh, you know, I haven't got a business. I don't have to go to work tomorrow. You know, all the fun, excitement, the pressure, the stresses of business just are not there. And there is a bit of an emotional void afterwards, and a bit of, what do I do next? And I think I'm still working that out at the moment.
That's great to hear. The true honesty there. Hey, by the way, if you're watching this now, if you're watching live and you're following Phil, you're a friend of Phil's, you follow Phil on social media, then please give him a thumbs up and like him, give him some support for what he's doing and sharing a bit of this journey as well, keeping it real as well. So help get the story out there, and maybe Phil's next chapter as well, help write it with him. This is the key question. I'm sure the audience wants to know this, Phil, is that why you sold a business? Why on earth go back into business? This is such an important question for entrepreneurs. Like, why are you now coaching people? Why didn't you just go away and play golf for the rest of your life?
I think it's in your DNA as a business owner. And like I say, I'm still sort of working out what I want to do next. One of the things that I always have, I think I've still got the itch to scratch is, you know, it was the only business I've run. I was 32 before I had a proper career with real jobs and things before that. Then I launched my own business. So we did very well. We were lucky. We were in the right place at the right time. We put a lot of hard work and effort into it. But I've still got that itch that says, well, did you just get lucky? Are you just a one-trick pony? So there's that itch to scratch, I think. But there's also the challenge and the excitement of business, and the, you know, or even the crappy bits of fun. Well, it's easy to say that looking back, but you know what I mean.
Absolutely.
And it's so there's that itch to scratch, but also I really enjoy listening to other people's business. What I call a business sounding board. So I help people with their businesses and their business journeys. So maybe that's a halfway house of having all the fun of being involved in business, but it's like seeing a friend's baby. It's great to hold them for 10 minutes, then you give them back. Thank you very much.
Or being a grandparent, maybe, that you don't have to do all the heavy lifting of looking after this thing day to day. You got some comments as well coming in. People watching live. Simon Jones, I don't know if he is known to you, but if he is, he's giving you the good vibes. I don't know what emoji that is, but obviously he supports you in what you do, which is great to see. Hey, it's been wonderful chatting with you.
Simon was my number. Simon was my number 2 and had a big part to play in our success.
Well done, Simon. A shout out to you. Thank you for making this journey possible and for helping Phil to get to this point as well. Wonderful. We don't have much time left, Phil, so let's do it. Where do we find out more about you?
Okay, best place to find me is www.philfraser.co.uk. Don't go to .com, because .com is a medieval reenactment costume company. So if you see sort of pictures of Robin Hood and things like that, that's not me. That's the wrong place. So .co.uk, or find me on LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn most days.
Fantastic. That is Phil Fraser, everybody. Got some more comments coming in. That Leeds Mag. I guess you're from the area around about there. So these guys are known to you. More from Simon
Debbie.
Jones. There you go. Wonderful, folks. Thanks for joining in. There you go. Some more. You got your fan club out today. How about that? They're still with you, even though you're enjoying yourself down there on the south coast of Spain. Wonderful. Phil, a lot of fun today talking to you, and great to see the people that you know out in force as well, who are part of the journey with you. Thank you so much for joining us on XL 10 Minute Leaders Live today.